I hope everybody is having an absolutely amazing 4th of July. I did want to give you a quick update on Howard the duck. As you can see, Howard is now with his family and they have accepted him, and as you can see, there is a little black duckling in the background, and there's 3 others that you can't actually see. So Howard is one spoiled duck. He has as much food as he can eat, and he has other ducks to actually socialize with. So with that being said, let's get on with the video. After work, we rush over to the campgrounds as quickly as we can, unload the car, and so we can grab our fishing poles to go fish. First fish.
Not half bad. Yeah, I think that's the same one. There we go. That's a baby perch.
Got it the exact same weight.
Alright, you got something. There we go.
This one didn't cook itself too bad. There it is. Hello, Mr. Snake. We were lucky to get fish at all because the snakes were attracted to our bobbers, and every time the snake got near our bobbers, the fish would be scared away. Got a perch. That's a perch. Alright. So what you gotta do? Alright, so we are checking out this park here, and we have come across this little library thing there, but also behind it we found a blueberry bush, and I thought blueberries were out of season, but there are plenty on there, and I don't know, maybe it's in the shade. Hey son, Can you see that colander over there?
Sure.
Can you grab that and let's get some blueberries. My wife is a whiz on cooking, and I think she can make some nice blueberry pancakes. So now on the blueberries here, son, you want to get the ones that almost have, you want the ripe ones, which, do you see, okay, do you see it's kind of white right there, and you touch it and your fingerprints left behind? Yeah. That's a ripe one.
Yeah,
so
it looks like a
can you
powder.
hold it up? Okay.
It's like a powder.
Yeah. So let's pick some of these and try not to drop them like I'm doing. And let's have some blueberry pancakes. What we're doing is we're spending some time in the woods. We are going to be cooking, we're cooking right now some vegetables. We got some steaks here, and before I put those up, I've got to clean this. So I'm going to find some aluminum foil. Kind of clean this. We're just going to kind of ball this up and, ooh, I hate that sound. All right, we just scrape that a bit. We're going to get some olive oil and kind of wipe this before we put the steaks on. So, let's see. Oh, that's going to cause a fire. Let's wipe this thing down. And we could just kind of throw it in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Let's put some steaks on. My wife got us some nice steaks here. I don't want any. Don't want too much ash going on these things, so we're going to put these on. These are some good looking steaks. We don't normally eat like this, but it's a special occasion. Listen to that sizzle.
Early the next morning.
My wife has outdone herself. She has cooked some blueberry pancakes, and here we are. We're going to add a little bit of syrup, maybe a little bit more. I like syrup on my pancakes. All right, now I'm going to chow down, see how they are. What we've got here is we've got old meets older. So more modern components versus ancient components. Double butted chromoly frame versus probably high tensile steel frame. One-piece cranks versus three-piece cranks. So what we've got here is a 1994, I believe, Trek 950. Still a great bike for today's standards, although it is severely outdated given the fact that you cannot put suspension on this bike without really messing with the geometry. So they're actually two similar bikes, both non-suspended, and it'll be a great little comparison. I would raise mine, except I didn't bring a tool. Careful with that. Firing range, sand hole. What do we do? Do we go that way or do we go left? Alright, well, one pond is there, should have brought my sunglasses. Your mother suggested them, and I was like, it's not bright enough. right in front if you want. What? Oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of me. See, what's wrong with people? We're sitting there riding our bikes, minding our own business, and somebody ended up having to put a plywood Sasquatch. What's wrong with people? Scared us half to death. Alright, let's keep on riding.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
Let's compare these two bikes. And I'm going to tell you right now that comparing these two bikes is like comparing apples to oranges. What we're going to have here is a 1994 Trek 950, which is a great bike. I love the color. That's a great bike. And then what we have here is a piece of mountain bike history. We have a 1982 Schwinn Sidewinder. Now, between the two bikes, the Trek is going to be a 21 speed, whereas the Schwinn is going to be a 10 speed. That's a significant difference between the two. Now, the Trek is going to have a Shimano STX RC rear derailleur versus the Schwinn's Shimano Tourney rear derailleur. We're going to have a Schwinn, a mismatched component group on this thing. We're going to have a Schwinn front derailleur versus the Shimano STX RC on the Trek. The Trek is going to come with 3-piece Shimano STX cranks versus a one piece with a double chainring on the front using an American bottom bracket. We're going to have cantilever brakes on the Trek versus the caliper brakes on the Schwinn. The brakes on the Trek are far superior. They've made some huge improvements over the years. We're going to have double-walled aluminum rims on the Trek versus the single-walled blue anodized rims on the Schwinn. Those rims look amazing. They don't compare to the Trek. We're going to have Shimano STX RC integrated brake lever and shifters versus the Suntour thumb mount shifters on the Schwinn. Now, the handlebars on the Schwinn are way more comfortable. I actually enjoyed the handlebars, hated the grips. These grips left marks in my hand. They were super uncomfortable. The Trek flat handlebar was super uncomfortable. The grips were a lot better. As far as tires go, the tires on the Trek are a little bit nicer because they're a little bit bigger. That made a bit of a difference. Now, the Trek, I weighed both of these bikes. The Trek comes in at a very respectable 27 pounds, which is great for a steel frame. The Schwinn Sidewinder came in at an astounding 38 pounds. That's a difference of 11 pounds between the two bikes, which might explain why I chose the Trek as far as being the far superior bike, but that didn't come as a bit of a surprise because we're talking there is a significant difference. There's a 13-year difference between these two bikes. I enjoyed both bikes. They were both fun, but on the fire roads that me and my son were riding, the Trek really shined, and that's what's great about these older mid-90s mountain bikes is they're not very good for the trails today, the mountain bike trails today, because back then the trails were a lot more groomed, but they are great to dust off and use for gravel bikes. You know, they're great on fire roads. You can use them for around the neighborhood because they're so fast and nimble. That's not to say that the Schwinn isn't fun, because this is a unique piece of mountain bike history, and I love it. I am not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of that old bike, that old Trek either. This bike, it's very novel. You know, people look at it and they're either like, you know, wow, that's so cool, or they're like, why are you riding that piece of junk? But either way, this starts a conversation a lot quicker than this bike right here, because this bike right here, there's bikes from Walmart that end up looking very similar. They don't compare though, but they do look similar. So if you did like this video, please leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends. Check out some of the other videos on the corner of the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.